All right, so yeah, so that's the House of Pain that I do. It actually has Larry D's version. It's a video version. I don't know if I share the video if it will make everything crash. Oh, you can see it there. Yeah, I think you can see it. See, I'm watching the other computer. See if it comes up on the other computer. Yeah, there you go. Larry D does some really good stuff on his. The whole Fresh Prince thing is there.
Michael, where is this? I have another laptop open right now. I'll try to get in.
I put the link to it in the Insiders area.
Oh, okay.
So it's there in the Insiders area. Jason Nevins remix. I'll throw the Jason Nevins one back in there. Jason Nevins one. I like a lot of his stuff. I have a friend that's friends with him. And here's the Jason. Oh, that sounds better.
Yeah.
This is the Jason Nevins. Much faster. We're running at 126 BPM.
Yeah, you'll end this song in 2 minutes. The whole thing.
I think you're hot, MJ.
The music or the voice?
The music's so hot.
Yeah, this thing runs real high all the time.
Yeah, well, figures.
All right, try it again. A little bit better?
No, it's still loud as hell, but that's all right.
I can bring this
That's
down.
better. Ooh, yeah, I like that. That's sweet. So I should do a sound test to see if we completely explode.
Yeah, go for it.
It might just completely explode.
You like that? Hey, we're all learning today.
Man, let me tell you something. This was just not any fun at all.
Brian, I cheated out because I was supposed to do the 90s show tomorrow, and I sent John a text today. I said, hey, if you don't mind, I'd like to put off the 90s show for another week because I don't think I'm ready to do it on the Zoom. And he said, yeah, that's fine. So I ran scared.
I was just like, are you kidding me, dude? No.
We're going fine on Zoom, but the thing is the purpose of doing this does two things. Music is low in the chat, so I guess it's just loud. The music's loud on your end, so.
Oh, okay. Well,
yeah, so
yeah,
we'll play it. But anyways, the purpose of doing this is because YouTube dings us and Facebook dings us for playing music, and this way we can at least do the live broadcast as long as they'll let us on those Facebook and YouTube. But this will continue on, and we can even leave it up there for a while, and then afterwards we can record it. I'm not recording tonight, so those of you who are seeing it live, that's all you get. But we can record it and then upload it to Facebook later without monetizing it, and it can stay there unmonetized.
Like, how do I make this not so hot? This is insanity.
This is like it.
Huh? Ooh, how about that? Say something.
Hello, how are you?
It might be a little better. Might have been on my end. Do I still sound okay?
Yeah, you sound perfect.
All right, cool. So let me just try this and see if it works. We'll try a little mashup that I did a while back that I never play for anybody. You ready?
Yes, sir.
And tell me if it's hot. Tell me hot if it's good.
I'm going to also throw in the earpiece, so I'm going to listen because I'm listening, monitoring it on a whole nother computer, so I hear what everybody else is hearing.
All right. So here we go. I can't hear anything at all.
It's real hot, yeah.
It's real hot.
You hear it?
Oh yeah.
Oddly enough, I couldn't hear anything.
My neighbors can hear it.
Yeah, but I couldn't hear anything.
Oh.
That is really weird, man.
This sounds like us yesterday, MJ. When we were
that is so bizarre, man.
You always got to love the Daft Punk on anything.
Oh, you know why? Here, hold on a second. Okay, how about now? This is really bizarre. No, I can't hear anything else.
See, he's doing that. I'll do the Daft Punk with Kool and the Gang.
I was plugged into totally the wrong thing, guys.
Got that Daft Punk. We got
Where is this? This is so weird.
we got Daft Punk with Vanilla Ice.
When I hear a cymbal and a hi-hat with a souped up tempo, I'm on a roll. It's time to go solo. Roll in. Hear my 5.0 with my...
What else do I have here? Daft Punk.
Now why can't I hear that?
This is one I play a lot. Daft Punk and Prince.
I'm digging that one. You
played
got
that
a lot
one
of
a lot.
nice ones.
I played
That was
one a lot.
magical. Now I can hear everything.
All right.
Teo Cruz, Daft Punk. Daft
Okay, we'll
Punk
try
and
that.
Weekend.
I love it when I'm prepared. It's awesome. Oh. All right, now I can actually hear what's going on too. So I'm going to try this one more time,
Cool.
if that's okay.
Yeah,
You
you're
don't
okay.
mind?
I'm trying to see the chat room. I can't. That's better. Still just that much too loud. Real close.
There,
Now just a tiny bit.
there.
I think that's good.
Okay.
That sounds good.
Yeah. Checking it on the feed. Microphone off.
Hey, that was a lot of work. One of my goofy
Strong.
mashups I
Yeah.
did.
It's still a little loud, but not bad. It's good to listen to, but I don't know how well we can talk over it. That's all.
Well, we can't talk over it. There, we can talk over it.
Yeah, that's
Actually-
good right there. Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds good right there.
Christ, this is like technical difficulty held. Is anyone watching this?
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. There's people in the chat room.
Wow.
And I threw some stuff on the insiders area, so if anybody wants to join us, they have the link. I didn't want to go too far. I just still wanted a few
Sure,
people to
sure.
help test. Another Daft Punk and Bon Jovi.
Ah.
Got Daft Punk and everything.
Yeah, Daft Punk and everything.
Daft Punk and Queen. I think I played that one once, and a guy who was from England said, "I'm from England, and you're killing Queen. Don't ever play that," because that's their And I'm like, okay, dude, welcome to America.
Yeah, the whole mashup thing is weird for me. I mean, if it should be done, it should be done. Sometimes I think it's fun, but other times it's like, why?
Yeah, it's little bits
Why?
in here and there. I'll throw little things in. Like one of my favorite mashups that I do that I trick people is which one is it? This one that I trick people with. And it usually started about rightish here. Okay, so we all know what that is, AC/DC. But I'll trick them, and I'll throw this throws in, and I think it's kind of neat because I kind of get both crowds. This is good for like a college bar.
What you gonna do with all that junk inside your trunk?
I'ma get you drunk, get you love drunk off my hump.
Kind of gets them both.
No, they're interesting and they're fun. I mean, when they nail it though.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes you hear one, it's like, oh my god, that's
Yeah,
brilliant.
there's a few that just shouldn't be.
Right. There's a lot that shouldn't
There's
be.
a lot
but,
that shouldn't be. Yeah.
when they get it right, they get it right. Like, I loved thinking back, just because mashups is something I haven't done in years. I used to play them here and there, like maybe 10 years ago at gigs. I did the Sweet Home Country Grammar I thought
I
was
have that
really
one.
fun.
I still play that at the college bars. Yep.
Yeah, and the other one that I really liked was Rapture Riders. I thought that was really
think
good.
I have that one, but I've heard it. Yeah. This is one that
that's-
shouldn't be, Brian. You ready? This is one that shouldn't be.
Okay. Yeah.
Right there.
Country
Yeah, I'm
Girl
not feeling
and,
that
and don't
either.
drop that dun to dun.
Do you want to? Okay, you want Heresy?
Yes, please.
Here's one that I haven't completed, but it's one I've like been playing around with. Because I don't know why I had a dream one night and I woke up and I had to do this or I couldn't get back to sleep. Has that ever happened to you?
Yes.
You like dream it and you're like,
I always
oh my
wanted
God,
to do.
have
I always
do
wanted to
this.
do a mashup of Nelly. Is it not Nelly? But what's his name? Get your roll out. Roll on.
Yeah, roll out. Yep.
And the other one, which everybody get your roll on.
I'm gonna do you the favor of only playing you a few bars of this. Okay. But I want you to enjoy it for what it is. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
All right, hey, you're up and running. Can I bounce and be a civilian now and enjoy the show?
Can you do what?
Oh, you
Can
sure
I
don't want us to hang with this?
Well, I mean, we got him up and running. I'm having fun. I'd want to watch.
Oh, sweet Jesus. Are we actually doing this now?
Where's the Will Smith one that I what is it? Switch. It is,
Tell me that wasn't complete heresy.
here
what I
you
just
go.
did.
Here's two of them. Will Smith.
I mean, real clean, ain't gotta touch or nothing. It ain't like I like a chick on chick or something. I'm just a sucker for a hot track. When you get drinking the chick to tell stop that.
Same thing
What?
with
Not bad.
Bee Gees. This one I will play at places.
I got a question. I need to ask somebody.
Yeah. No, that's nice.
You just got to hit them. I mean, you can't do a bunch of them. It's just one of those things you throw in there and trick people once a night, maybe. Have a little fun.
Oh, come on. Don't give me that. Oh, yeah, I'm missing files on this one.
I was telling Howie, I just did a backup of my DJ computer today, so my backup hard drive I popped into this, so that's the only reason I have all of these over here. Yeah,
Holy
DJ
crap.
Earworm, TJ Warner, Earworm is one of my favorites. I play stuff of his a lot.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm not in the clubs much anymore. And when I am, it's usually pretty straightforward. But, you know, I was doing a show with John like last week or whatever, and I remember remembering back to a gig I did with a friend of mine. We did a mixed like American English white Caucasian Mexican wedding, and so we tag teamed it because he's arts like brilliant with us with the Mexican crowd. I do like the Caribbean stuff fine, the Puerto Ricans and all that. I mean, occupational hazard, but with the Mexican stuff I'm lost. He's like a ninja with it. And he went into this freestyle set and I got really excited. And he was doing like, I think he opened with like Stevie B's Part of Your Body. And the dance floor was going crazy. And he was pulling people in from the audience. And wow, this is going to be really cool. And before people could even get on the floor, he mixed out of it into something else. And I thought to myself, he missed the opportunity to just play that track. Or he should have mixed out like at the last B break or something, because he could have got a lot more mileage out of that track. I think sometimes we think about what we can do, what we're capable of doing, but we don't think about what we should do when we're DJing. That's just a philosophy of mine. I mean, take it for what it's worth, but I think that happens a lot.
Yeah.
DJs have their own idea of how things should be, but our audience isn't always with us on that.
They're going their direction, and sometimes you just have to go wherever they go.
Yeah, well, I like to ride the wave. I like to play off of my audience. Like, I have a really hard time just playing here sometimes. Like if I'm just doing a broadcast or whatever, because I don't have anybody to feed off of. That's a mobile DJ occupational hazard.
Just saw an article today. I think it was by DJ Tech Tools, I believe, talking and they were asking radio DJs, how do you stay creative with zero audience in front of you? The guys who are doing the live mixes. Yeah. And it was kind of neat because, you think about that, and with today's world where we're doing the broadcast over YouTube and whatsoever, there's a lot of people that a couple times a week maybe do broadcasts with zero people in front of them.
Yeah.
And that is a major challenge unless you have your set figured out ahead of time,
Oh, sure.
Yeah. Somebody in the chat room talked about this mashup, Lionel Richie and Adele. Not Adele. Martin, sorry.
Yeah. Hello.
Wait for it. Is this it right here? Here it comes.
Yeah.
And I've played that when that song was a humongous hit, but I haven't played it since.
No, you know what I like? I like the transition of that. Yeah. I don't know that I'd want 3 minutes of that, but I like the transition really well.
I have cue points, yeah. So basically, I would run it from here is usually where I'd go cue point 2. I'd come into the mix right here. And then usually after he does that breakdown, right here, come out of it, right here.
Right.
And we still have almost 2 full minutes left of the song. So yeah, it's an interesting. That's a whole thought process. We kind of jumped out of there is the DJing without the audience reaction. How to stay hype, or how to stay positive, how to stay fresh, how to stay everything.
It's one of those things where I think we all kind of have our own opinions on what it should be.
DJs have opinions? What?
I know. Go figure.
I actually got a job at a club one time because the owner of the club came into a place I was DJing on a Tuesday night, and the guy said, I like the fact that you kept it bouncing when there wasn't hardly anybody in there on a Tuesday night, and he hired me for his Saturday nights. And I was like, yeah, I do that all the time. I probably, because I do love to mix, so that's probably all it was just me having fun, bored. Because there's nights I've been at a place that's super slow, and I'll text my friend Pat, and I'll go, hey, it's scratch practice night. He knows that means there's nobody there, and I'm just going to have a little fun.
Yeah, sure. No, it's my style has always been performing. Like if I'm doing club stuff or anything remotely resembling dance or EDM, is you pretty much get the track. I'm just trying to do clever transitions in and out of it. Mm-hmm. And I'm not really losing anybody. If I was losing people on tracks, I might rethink the track, not the mix point. But again, we all have different, but I love mega mixes. Those are fun. Mm-hmm. But I hate verse chorus outros so much. I prefer I know I'm going to get a taste of this. I did this one, and this one I did a long time ago, and I redid it a couple years ago, and I won't. Give me a minute on this, and you'll totally get where I'm coming from.
TJ in the oh, you got it there.
This is a journey into sound.
Like this, I don't mind. Got to give it a minute.
Back to life.
Not yet. I'm cooler than that.
A journey which along the way will bring you
Set Adrift on Memory Bliss. Oh, yes.
I'm cooler than Back to Life.
When all is ready, I throw this switch. Pump up the volume, pump up the volume.
I might have this one too, yeah.
Say what?
I might have this mix also. This mega mix.
This is my mix.
It's something close I have then.
I made this mix.
Yeah.
If you have it, you came to my house and stole it. So I had another version of this where I went into like Maxi Priest, Close to You. Basically, I was trying to find all those songs with the same beat on them. You know, because there was that beat right around 89 and 91. But then it gets really weird. Like it gets bizarre here after a bit. Let me see, where does that happen? It happens here. It starts getting weird. I'll fast forward it.
And Vogue, I played them I did a 90s bar crawl a couple weeks ago. Played them first time in a long time.
And I'm like running this longer than I normally would, but I'm doing like this kind of bullshit. I like this stuff. This is fun. I don't play it for anyone. I just enjoy doing it. And people who hear it like it and they want copies, but I'm not playing it live. It's just not something that.
Way boy.
The mix gets weird, and I eventually end up at about 131 BPM on it. It just keeps growing and growing and growing.
All right, I'm glad you're up and running. I'm going to bounce.
Oh, okay.
Good show.
Why are you leaving?
Hey, it's your show, dude.
I don't
just tried to help out. That's all.
This is the show.
The show is us, all three of us.
Oh no.
We've never done a show. I don't think the three of us.
I am totally unprepared. I have nothing to offer.
I don't either. I'm just throwing shit on here. I'm like, we're doing mashups with MJ. Let me see what I have.
Yeah, I was kind of going with whatever. You know, if you would have said we're doing classical music, I might have had a challenge. But I'm like, okay, let's do a little hunting and see what I can come up with.
No, it's all good. I just
could do polka maybe. I don't know. I mean, you know, I got the Deezer hook up here, so we can just grab anything off Deezer. Howie. Come on, throw us a curveball. Throw us something to see what we can challenge and refine.
I'm afraid to touch anything. We got it working. If I hit something here, it's going to mess it up.
It's going to explode.
Oh, gee, I had the echo before. Then there was no picture. I'm like, I think we're all lost. But we got it working, so let's...
This was
So
just
you were
not
saying
cool.
that we're afraid of an explosion, Howie? Is that what you said?
Pretty much.
I still am.
It's all working. That's all I know.
Okay, what's not working is my two explosion samples. I have two explosion samples that aren't not playing.
No, I was initially, like yesterday, I was thinking, okay, well, you know, how hard can this be? He wants me to go on this thing, and he says it's easy and fine. I've been really busy since he mentioned it to me, though, like running constantly, up in the morning, working until I'm only getting a few hours sleep. But I talked to my friend David, and he's like, hey, we should do Tom Petty tribute, you know.
Oh.
Okay, you know, fine. He's like, I got it all worked out. Like, okay, I'm broadcasting alone tomorrow, so come on over and let's do this shit. Well, David's nowhere to be found today, so. But I accepted that's what I was doing. And then I didn't hear from David, and I had a client, and I was shooting. You see my fog videos I did today? I did a bunch of fog videos.
I did see. I got the one on the floor.
That's a good formula.
Yeah.
It's a really good formula. The dry ice and the quick disperse. I used the Mr. Cool fog that ADJ makes for it. It lofts too much and it hangs for a long time, which is good for a thick cloud. But once it warms up, it starts coming up. That quick burst did not do that. It just hung on the floor. So I was all excited I got that done. And free dry ice. Who knew I was getting dry ice today? So I was really excited to use the dry ice. And then I had a client that, of course, I couldn't call until a certain time. And then people are asking me about dinner. And it just got a little crazy today. I didn't really... When's David coming over? Well, guess David's not coming. And then I start messing with what is it, Chew TV?
Chew.
I keep wanting to say Chewy. That's where you are.
Chew.tv.
Chew.tv.
Yeah. For just a little history on it, for the this has been actually around for quite a while. But they kind of became big because a while back, not too long ago, someone used this platform to rebroadcast a soccer game, and they got majorly fined, and then they started doing some pay levels to be able to compensate that, and that's where they kind of like jumped really into the spotlight, and it just kind of exploded from there. I think it's a great format because it lets DJs throw down sets. It's any DJs who like to mix. You can find radio stations that do full 24/7 broadcasts from their little camera up in the corner of the radio booth. You can have producers that are showing off tracks. There's like little podcasts like what we're doing. A little bit of everything.
Well, who has to pay for that? They have to make money somehow.
Advertising plus the paid levels to get in, two different things. Like if if you're a paid level, you can have your videos stay up for so long. If you have a free level, they only go up for a really short time, or they may only be live. I can't remember now. It's been a while since I've looked at their new things. But it's, like I said, it's 130 broadcasting from 130 countries worldwide to 190 countries worldwide. They have over 320,000 people that have uploaded some sort of mix, live show, something.
You know, I used to really enjoy that until I started doing a lot of YouTube videos. And then, like, 10 times a day, someone would ask me to check out their mix. and I just decided I didn't like that anymore.
Yeah.
Well, it was cool at first because you'd have guys that would, do really good work. And then you have these guys who just are train wrecking. What do you want me to hear? What do you want me to say? That you suck? I don't want to say you suck. Ask somebody else to tell you suck. Because I'm busy. I don't listen to anybody's mix anymore. I'm terrible.
It's rare that I do. It's occasional. If I know the person, if they're a friend, I'll take a listen. But a stranger,
right, I'll do that. Or if I know they're good,
yeah,
I want to hear what you're doing.
Yeah.
But so Howie,
Yeah.
I want to engage you tonight.
I'm not prepared. I'll do the best I can.
You don't have to
Happy
be
to
prepared
be.
for this. I'm talking about the whole Tom Petty thing.
So
you're going to be fine there.
hmm.
Did you ever have any thing with that? I mean, because you run into everybody.
I did.
Tell us about it.
And it kind of I was wow, I was shocked. And the thing that was shocking to me was that no one knew. Like, where was everybody? I wonder about that. I mean, he was actually I met him only one time in the city, and he was very shy. I mean, that was his personality. So I don't know, I'm just speculating, but it was just odd that he would, for 24 hours, nobody checked on him.
Well, his wife was there, and she's the one who called 911. Well, let me ask you this: when you met him, was it on the
conflicting reports? It's like,
okay.
Yeah.
Well, no, when you met him, was it on a professional level, or was it something that?
Yeah, I was actually doing another band that never made it, and they were the headliner, and it was just, well, me, it's just, hey, how you doing? I'm not really starstruck, and he's just a cool dude. He'd just say hello, and he was a superstar, but not that what do they call it? Not like a diva type. Just he was just a down to earth dude.
What year are we talking?
Oh boy, you really want to date me, don't you?
I'd love to date you, Howie. You're sexy as hell.
This was early '80s.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I was thinking you were going to say. Yeah, I met him in '77. Nobody knew him. But no, you knew him after Damn the Torpedoes came out and all that stuff. So he was a superstar when you met him.
Yeah.
By right.
And it wasn't really anything like a meet and greet. It's just I was working the gig. That's all. Just like, hey, how's it going? And
right.
Hi, Hal. If you need anything, go see him. Yeah, okay. It just working relationship. I had a lot of them. Just.
Well, yeah.
And I'm not a swag collector either. So I don't.
Right.
I don't have pictures with people, or well, they call them selfie these days. I don't. There's none of them. No autographs.
We're just gonna take your word for it.
Yeah, I can't prove it. So maybe it didn't happen, but no, I don't know. I was never starstruck. I was never starstruck.
Well, yeah, I get that. I get that. I was speaking of starstruck. I turned my daughter on to the TV show Dice. I don't know if you've ever seen it or not.
I have.
It's on Showtime. It's Andrew Dice Clay stumbling around Vegas, like he's screwing everything up. He's got gambling debts. He's doing shows for free. His girlfriend and him are always fighting. He's got a friend named Milkshake, and it's funny. I mean, but it's a parody of himself. He's doing better than the show portrays he's doing, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
But it occurred to me as I'm watching the show with my kid, and I'd seen it before. I was rewatching with her, that we used to see him at the Riviera all the time during Mobile Beat. Did you ever see him there, MJ?
Who?
Andrew Dice Clay.
No.
I used to see him all the time. He came in. Well, I'm a smoker, so I'm outside and I'm having a cigarette. He would come in that way. I would see him. He'd hang out in the business center that used to be kind of right there next to what became registration.
Mm-hmm.
He was always there, and it was just like, oh, yeah, I guess that's Andrew Dice Clay, and I never thought a thing of it.
Huh.
I never got starstruck either. I'm just not that kind of guy.
Yeah,
I'm the opposite. I'm the one who gets pictures whenever I can with whoever I can.
Oh, I do, because I want to show my kid, or I want to post it on Facebook.
Oh, see, I'm doing stuff like at the expo. I'm hunting down DJ Shortcut to get a picture with him. Stuff like that. Because I got Shortcut, I got Keith Shockley, I got Biz Marquis, I got DJ Pearly. Who else did I get this year? So it's like that. So I'm even doing just like DJs that I like.
Right. I got a few of those.
Yeah.
I was on stage with Cool and Biz Marquis and Slick Rick one year. And I got pictures on stage with them, which I thought was neat.
Yeah, very cool.
Buying it, And then I got the picture with Oakenfold last year. Mm-hmm. And it's the worst picture of both of us. I'm like,
yeah, Oakenfold doesn't picture well.
He's not what you call photogenic.
He's not photogenic, and he's a lot shorter in pictures than he is he's a lot shorter in life than he is in pictures. But he's a cool guy. I mean,
he was very nice.
Yeah,
he was tired. I could tell he was just very tired by the time I talked to him. He was exhausted. But Vegas does that to a guy.
Oh yeah.
Back to the Tom Petty thing though. I remember the first exposure I had to Tom Petty was in 1980. We got the Damn the Torpedoes 8-track.
Oh wow!
In our house, so that was cool. We pass it to from bedroom to bedroom. My sister's room and my brother and I's room. We shared that one for a while. The big ones on that one for me were "Don't Do Me Like That" and "Refugee." I like those two tracks the most.
Don't do me like that.
Don't do me like that. Don't do me like that. And it's almost a rap when you listen to it. It's kind of funny.
That in the Torpedoes album. Why is that not in the Torpedoes album?
Well, I have it right here. It sounds like this.
There it is. I have it on the anthology. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's funny because I was doing a state fair gig for years and years and years, and the format that they wanted me to play was roots rock. So roots rock is, if you don't know, we're talking about rock with blues and country and bluegrass influences. So that's Aerosmith, that's obviously Tom Petty, that's most Jeff Lynne, anything after ELO, that's Sheryl Crow, it's Counting Crows, anything with a crow in it.
Black Crows,
right?
Sheryl
Right,
Crow,
Black Crows. Yeah, all of them, all the crows, the roots rock. And I always played Don't Do Me Like That, and people would get mad at me. Why aren't you playing Don't Come Around Here No More? Running Down a Dream, But I always thought this was the cool stuff. I always really enjoyed the early stuff, personally.
I don't like Free Falling. I'd just like to mention that.
No.
That's one song I don't like.
It's all that stuff that Jeff Lynne from ELO got a hold of, because he was producing everybody, like in the 80s. Oh boy. Okay, like for instance, everything he did. Let me see if I can find it real quick here. Where the heck is it?
Monty Hall passed
Here we
away.
go. Yeah, I heard that.
That's what
Everything he
somebody in the chat
did was
room
in the
just
key
said. I didn't
minor.
know. Okay, in the key what?
E minor.
Minor keys. All right, yeah, a little down.
Well, it's
It's all
E,
down
E.
keys.
Everything's E. Everything that Jeff Lynne produced for like 3 years
Yeah.
sounded exactly like this. The George Harrison stuff, the
The
Traveling
George
Wilburys
Harrison
stuff.
one. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
the
because
minor keys are kind of emotionally down, anyways.
Yeah, but I mean, there's that, and then there's this. Hold on a second. And you'll start to see a pattern really fast. It's like, okay, this is the same song.
Mhm.
Arranged a little different.
I see where you're going.
Yeah. And then there was
Because I think what's his name that was in the Wilburys? I just blanked on his name. Glasses.
Bob Dylan.
No.
Roy Orbison.
Roy Orbison's songs were all around that same key range.
Well, this was like the Jeff Lynne thing, because
Yeah.
Jeff Lynne was like, and I love the guy. This guy.
My sister was such a huge ELO fan. That's all I heard through the wall. The bedroom was ELO. And Barry Manilow.
Yeah,
different
but
things. She
you
was
go back
huge
and listen
ELO.
to it again, and it's like, okay, I listen to songs like Telephone Line. And I'm like, I Am a Walrus by the Beatles, and it's Pet Sounds Beach Boys, and it's Paul McCartney Wings. But it's this new thing, too, and he's doing it all, and it's amazing if you really break it down. Some of the things that he was doing was just incredible. I love the guy. Great writer, great performer, arranger, everything. But then when he was doing all this roots rock stuff, though, it all sounded exactly the same to me. Everything he did sounded exactly the same. I remember, speaking of Roy Orbison, I remember they were doing a documentary on George Harrison. And they were asking people about what he was really like. And Tom Petty was on there, and he said, let me tell you about George Harrison. Let me tell you what he was like. Give you a taste. He said, I got a phone call the day Roy Orbison died from George Harrison. I answered the phone, and he said, I said, hello? And George Harrison said, better him than us.
Yeah.
That was George Harrison.
Wow.
And
Okay.
when you think about it, Bob Dylan and Jeff Lynne are the only two living members of that group.
Yeah.
I have a quick story for you, and it's not my favorite song, but it's my most memorable. The last full-time job that I ever worked before I went full-time, I was balancing going into Manhattan, working there, and working this full-time job as a maintenance supervisor for this company. And I got called on the carpet, and they said, "You're not a free spirit there, Howard." Oh, I hate when they call me by my given name. So my hackles were up, and you're going to have to make a choice. And I hacked in with it was a cassette player, like a Sony Walkman type thing, into the sound system that announced throughout the whole factory, the offices, everything. And I put it on a loop. It took me a few hours to do this because I had to keep. I recorded the song, and I think, I don't know, 20 plays of I Won't Back Down. I went up into the ceiling, I hacked into the 70-volt system, and I turned it on and just let it play while I packed up my big Snap-on toolbox and packing stuff. And it just kept playing over and over. They couldn't make announcements. They said, what's going on? What's going on? I said, I'm packing my tools up. What's that? I said, I have no idea. You'll have to ask the new guy because I'm out of here.
I'm not a tech guy. I don't know what's going on. I have no idea.
Yeah. And that was the last. That was. They made the decision for me to go full time.
Right.
You know.
No, I have a
You're a
trivia
rebel.
question for you, Howie. I have a trivia question for you.
Uh-oh.
Do you know who Tom Petty's guitar teacher was?
Oh, it's on the tip of my tongue, and oh my.
Do you know what band his guitar teacher ended up in? I'll give you an out on that. So if you can't think of his name,
Hmm.
I'm gonna say it's not the Spice Girls.
who is it? What did you say, MJ?
I said I'm gonna guess it's not the Spice Girls.
Not the Spice Girls.
And I just
But
read
close.
I just read this the other day too.
It's Don Felder of the Eagles.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, the guy who wrote Hotel California.
Yeah.
Yes. Mhm.
He was Tom Petty's guitar teacher. I guess they were just a few years apart. He was a little younger. And Don would teach guitar at the local music store, not to get paid, but to get money for strings and picks or whatever he needed. And Tom Petty was like 13, 14 years old. He would come in and take guitar lessons from Don Felder. I thought that was pretty cool. Can you imagine that? I mean, this little town in Florida, and everybody's making it out of this town. Everybody's making it. Wow. How cool is that?
Yeah, that was just a magical time then. There were so many unknowns that made it big. I mean,
But from that one little, what town was that in Florida, Howie? The little town in Florida they're all from. Or maybe you know, MJ.
I can't quite remember. If Robin was here, she would know.
I think David Crosby was from there. A lot of people were from this little town.
Mm-hmm.
It was weird.
Yeah, it's kind of like what happened with Seattle with the grunge stuff. Like everybody was from there.
Well, yeah, but Seattle's a major city. That would be like a bunch of stuff happening in like Laverne, California.
It says Tom Petty's from Gainesville, so is it smaller?
Gainesville.
That's it, Gainesville. Yeah.
But everybody's from Gainesville, Florida. If you look them up, the guitar people, a lot of people are from Gainesville. I thought that was an interesting little piece of trivia. I was trying to think of anything Tom Petty that I had kind of embedded in my head or had heard recently. And that Don Felder thing stuck out in my mind. Weird
Right.
trivia.
List of people from Gainesville, Florida. Let's see if I know any names here. Gladys Horton from the Marvelettes. Tom Petty, Minnie Roberton, Stephen.
Minnie Ripperton.
Ripperton. Sorry, I said that. Yeah.
Do you know who Minnie Ripperton is?
I do not.
Her daughter. Oh, she was the one who did "Loving You Is Easy Because You're Beautiful."
Yes. Sure.
And she died of breast cancer. Oh my gosh, I can't remember her daughter's name, but she's a movie star. Her daughter was the star of the movie Bridesmaids. She was the bride in Bridesmaids.
Oh.
You saw that movie?
I don't know.
And she was also on Saturday Night Live for a long time. You know who I'm talking about.
I can't think of her name.
I can't think of her name either. Her name is not Ripperton. It's whatever her father's name was.
Yeah, Loving You. That was like a one-hit wonder, right? That.
Yeah, Loving You was a one-hit.
Yeah.
One-hit wonder.
This is the list. I don't know if you can see the screen that I'm sharing on the actual Chew feed. That's the people who are from musician-wise.
Gainesville.
Who from Gainesville?
Yeah.
I don't know many of them. Don Felder.
Yep, from the Eagles.
Eagles.
Wrote Hotel California.
Laura Jane Grace.
Ooh, I know that.
Beverly
name.
Crawford. Oh my gosh, Beverly Crawford, gospel singer. Yeah. Bernie Leadon. I don't know that one. Maurice.
Which Maurice? This is Acid Maurice?
Let's click on it and see where this takes us to.
It's like Maurice I can think of.
From Columbia. No. See if they have information on who was on Minnie's daughter. You're saying?
You know the movie? Did you see Bridesmaids?
I did not.
You did not see that movie.
No.
She was on Saturday Night Live. I could find it real quick. Give me a moment.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the personal life. Married to Richard. Has 2 children. Mark Rudolph and Maya Rudolph. Oh my gosh, Maya Rudolph.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's Minnie Ripperton's daughter.
Oh,
there you go.
wow.
I couldn't think of her name.
No wonder she does singing in some of her movies and stuff.
Yeah,
she
her
can belt
mom.
it. That's where she gets it. All right.
Yeah.
There you go. Stephen
I
Stills.
couldn't think of her name to save my life. But yeah, there you go.
Stephen Stills also.
There you go. Yep.
Yeah.
Love the one you're with, man.
Yeah.
That's
That is
pretty,
a lot of people coming from one town. Yeah.
a little town too. It's not like it's this major metropolitan city. It's just Gainesville, Florida.
It makes you wonder, did they all go to the same high school? I mean, the only famous person we have from my high school is Susan Sarandon. She
Well, that's pretty cool.
8 years before me. Susan Sarandon. And then when she was in Rocky Horror, we all were like, oh, she went to our high school. We're famous now.
Was she? Is she older than you? Younger than you?
Oh, 8 years older. She graduated 8 years ahead of me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, my father went to school with Jim Jones, the Kool-Aid guy.
Really?
Yeah.
That's creepy.
something to not tell too many people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't mind dropping Susan Sarandon's name, but that's not a name I would drop.
That's all I got, man. It's all I got. I never went to school with anybody worth a crap. Shit, nobody's from my town. I mean, it's, you know, Gene Wilder and Liberace, and that's it. But no, that was I got nobody. I got no rock stars or nothing.
Yeah, the people in the chat room were shouting out Maya as I was looking at, instead of looking at the chat room and getting the answers from the people who know. I'm there over there and looking it up. Chat room, sorry, should look at you more often.
Yeah, Minnie Riperton. One of my best friends, that's like her favorite song in the world. Loving You Is Easy Because You're Beautiful. Of course, it's been parodied in movies and everything else, but yeah, that's her daughter. It's just...
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah, see how fun conversations get started?
I'm trying to find it.
What? Minnie Riperton?
No, I have it here.
I got it right
there
here.
it is. Whoosh.
Got the birds tweeting at the beginning.
See, this creeps me out. Music brings back memories, and I don't have
a mashup of this, so
good.
And I won't tell you what it is, but it's not
the
good.
Karaoke version is here though. If we all want to sing along, I have the karaoke version.
No, please.
I just remember it being that movie Nutty Professor with Eddie Murphy, when he was like whatever the evil version of him was. He was on stage with some comedian, and he sat and the comedian was making fun of him, and the Eddie Murphy character was heckling him, and finally he just got up on stage and just started torturing him. He stood on the piano and started playing "Loving You Is Easy Because You're Beautiful." Then he took the guy's fingers and bent them back and he went, "Ah!" I just remember that, but it pops up in popular culture here and there. But yeah, Minnie Riperton.
Here, we can sing it.
No, let's not do that.
You know, Michael, when we were talking the other day about, I was telling you about, I got my start in music in the youth group in church. I joined a group, but we had no talent, you know, and so we would rip songs off and put our own lyrics to them and stuff. And I mean, the horror of this one of the girls in the youth group did the "Loving You Is Beautiful" and, you know, and changed the words to be Jesus and stuff and sang it in front of the whole church. I was mortified. We had to play along and back her up. And that's why I cringe when I hear that song.
Wow, that's a stretch.
Well, that was the thing back then. I mean, if you didn't have your own original song, you would rip somebody else's song and change the lyrics a little bit to fit the
they still
church
do
image.
That. They still do. You can find Christian versions because, like, I do a lot of church stuff, and I don't even know if it's still in here or not. Diamond Dog.
Bowie?
No, the guy's name. Oops. Hold on here. I'm looking in the wrong one here.
What is this, Howie? The Power of Suggestion?
Here it is. Christian version of In the Club.
Inside joke, huh?
They still do it, Howie. Here we go. I gotta get the chorus. So they still do that, Howie.
They still do it? Oh, my. Yeah.
Ouch.
The stuff that I have in my catalog is scary.
Well, we used to sit behind the booth and make up like dirty lyrics to every song we had to over and over again with my DJ partners. Celebration was masturbation, and we had the full song.
Yeah, we used to do that too.
We did the YMCA with "Why Am I Here?"
So you brought up something really interesting, Howie, and I'd like to ask MJ this question.
Oh crap!
You're talking about a song that brings back just the wrong memory, makes you cringe.
Okay.
You know, and we'll never do that to you again. But I think everybody got a song like that. I know that my baby mama, the song that she hates more than anything is Heard It in a Love Song by Marshall Tucker Band. So every year on her birthday, I leave it on her answering machine.
Wow.
Because it gets stuck in her head for a week, and then she like wants to like just commit suicide. So I play that for her. Is there a song, MJ, that you can't stand?
And
that like drives you nuts?
You do this with love, right, Brian?
I do it with love.
Oh my.
I'd really have to think about that. Because there's so many. It's a given. It's a given.
I hate so many songs. I can't pick
You
one.
really have no idea, because I'm like super picky. I'm an open format DJ. We talked about this on last night's show. I'm an open format DJ that honestly listens to probably less than 1% of the stuff he DJs. I love house music. I love dance music. And you can go anything from chill to ambient, right up to big room club stuff. I love. But in 2005, I had to quit DJing that full time because I couldn't make a full time living at just doing EDM music. So that's when I went to open format, and so like most of the stuff. But bad memories, it would have to go with, oh gosh, here's my out on this. I really make it a strong effort not to have our song in any relationship I get into.
Oh yeah,
because I don't want to ruin a song. So I try not to have our song.
Not around you anyway. Listen to it with your headphones on. I don't want to be involved.
Yeah.
Not gonna screw up my favorite song. I had a girl who screwed up Jermaine Stewart's "We Don't Have to Take Our Clothes Off," and that pissed me off because I like that song.
I know what song it is, only because the song is it's a Christmas song. It's Cold Outside, Baby.
Baby, It's Cold Outside. Yeah.
I had an ex-girlfriend that years later after we broke up said that was our song, and I still to this day do not remember ever hearing that song with her, ever. Not even once. So I hear that song, I think of her craziness going, yeah, good choice. Good choice walking away. So yeah, that song.
That's a good one. I have one. This is like therapy stuff. We'll get it all out. How we got it out, you got it out, I'll get it out. So when I was a little kid, when I was 7 years old, okay, my mother was the disco queen, right? But she was very naive too. She wasn't like doing blow in the disco. She was just dancing, and she was oblivious to everything else that was going on around her. And she was a very naive woman up until probably, I would say, 25 years ago. Well, when I was a teenager, I'm like, Mom, no, stop. This is not what it is. She's so sharp now. Nothing gets past her. She's real sharp. But when she was young, we were from a little town in southern Indiana. We moved to California. She didn't know. But I'm 7 years old, and she bought the double album, A Night at Studio 54. It was a double album. It had all the deep disco tracks on it. Deep, not really, but relatively deep. Deeper than what you were hearing on the radio.
Mm-hmm.
It's a song by Music Mystique called In the Bush.
I knew you were going
familiar with it.
Oh.
Push in the bush. Push.
That was resampled so many times in the house music world.
Are you ready?
Oh, no.
My mother used to ask me to dance with her to that song.
Oh, okay. Now
I knew what the song was about. And I had to tell her no, but I couldn't tell her why. Because I was 7 and I'd probably gotten in trouble.
She knows now, right?
Yeah, she knows now.
That one is not even on Spotify.
That song, brings back some memories. When I was in, I set up, there was a college professor from Rutgers University that wanted to open up a poetry club. And it's world famous. It's called the Nuyorican Poets Cafe.
You told me about this.
And that song, the opening night, that song was the killer. They made me play that song 3 times that night. Yep. It was a big.
Here we go.
Push in the bush, push in the bush, push in the bush.
Well, you tell me how screwed up I was, man.
Wow.
No, Mom, I won't dance to you with that song. And she had the footies on with the balls on the back of them that they used to wear back then. And she was usually like vacuuming and dancing to that. And I just so vacuum cleaners, footies, and this song just screws me up. I don't enjoy any of those things.
That song has been so sampled in the house world over the years. It's not even funny.
Mm-hmm.
Well, all
So
of that
sampled.
stuff was.
Well, it was very catchy.
Oh.
I mean, my gosh, it was on the charts for like 6 months, for top 3 at least. It's unbelievable. I mean, you couldn't turn a corner without hearing. You would go to a bodega to get, a soda or something in New York, and they'd have it playing in there. I mean, it was in heavy rotation everywhere.
Well, let me say something else about that track, and we'll segue into this thing because I'm just going off here. I didn't have a plan, so I'm
There it is.
Howard Stern.
Keep on Jumping is the album it's from.
Yeah,
Yeah.
actually it's an EP, I believe.
It's an EP, I think, here. Yeah, let me see if I can find it.
Mm.
I have it back here in the collection. Got a red cover, kind of red and they're in like
Here
hot
we
pants.
go. Here we go.
Yeah.
I'm going to share it real
Random
quick.
recording studio or a DJ booth.
There we go.
Yeah.
Those of you who are watching, it is what he's talking about. There is the one there's 2. The one on the right is the one you want there. Where they're in the studio. For those watching it, you can see it there. Right here. Cool.
I thought that was an EP. I might be wrong.
What all is on it? Let me click on it and see what's all on it.
Those are the 2 big songs. Keep on Jumping. It was one that probably house people are familiar with because that was redone by somebody back in '99 or something.
Right.
Big Ibiza track.
That just froze up.
The original's sweet.
Because there's what 5 songs, so it would be an EP. There's 5 songs, yeah.
Yeah.
Just the whole thing just froze up when I went to that album. The whole thing just froze up over there. There we go. It's rebooting now.
So you think about songs like that, In the Bush. Now, I was 7 years old and I got it, right? My mother didn't. A lot of people didn't. It got radio play. It went over everybody's head.
Yeah, there
was a time when you could do that as an artist. You could create something that had innuendo in it that the FCC didn't even catch, and it got played.
Mm-hmm.
Today, nobody got any finesse. They just blur out obscenities and beep it.
They have,
Yeah,
a,
they-
re- they have a
I thought it was more
remix.
fun when they snuck it past the censors.
Yeah, it was more fun like that. It's like suppressed laughter, you know.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
You know that it does. It makes it more fun.
They have
Good song.
They have a
and
remix on that EP of that.
a private joke to a certain segment of the population.
Mm-hmm.
They have.
But it was like that since the 50s. I think Cole Porter did it. Birds do it, bees do it, let's do it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
This is the remix that's from the EP.
Yeah, are you just being mean now? I already played it once.
That was the remix from the EP because they have the regular version, they have a remix,
Yeah.
and they have the radio edit. So which do you want to hear, the album version, the radio edit, or the remix?
Neither. I told you a disturbing story about my mother. Because I'm open like that.
I'm seeing if I can find the one that, like, Baby It's Cold Outside. This is the one that I hate. Like, again, I still don't ever remember in my entire life ever listening to it with this girl.
Your hands, they're just like ice. Beautiful, what's your hurry?
Everybody's recorded that song.
Yeah, that's the Frank and Dorothy Kristen, Ella
I think
Fitzgerald,
the one
and
I
Louis-
always end up playing at gigs is like Neville Brothers or something.
Yeah, Megan Trainor recorded it with Brett Eldridge. You are right. Once Megan Trainor has recorded an album, recorded a version, everybody has. No one's left. No one's left after her. I actually had to download a special song by her for a youth event I did that they wanted to hear the song she sung on the Peanuts album, I Feel Better When I'm Dancing.
I did too. I had to do that one last summer.
Yeah, that's when mine was.
I'm
over
like,
the
what
summer.
is this?
I'm like, I didn't
it's
know that song.
Peanuts.
So now it's part of my collection forever. It probably will never be played again.
No, I had to play it twice.
Oh,
I played it
no.
earlier this year too. Somebody asked for it. Oh, do you have? I'm like, yeah.
Actually, I do. Yes.
Yeah, I do. I got it.
I think I
And
have
then
the
there'd
video
be somebody
version.
like me saying, "Why do you have that?"
Yeah, there's days I look at the stuff that I have in mind and go, "Why did I download that?"
Oh, I've got some interesting stuff that people have asked for, especially when I was working at the resort. Just the stuff. Some of it's really cool, but some of it's like, oh my god.
I have the video version, believe it or not, so I'm going to share with everyone out there. Believe it or not, so if I DJ somewhere with this video, I have the video version I'm sharing.
You know what the song reminds me of, and it's almost the same kind of people who ask for it. That stupid Shakira song. This is for Africa.
Yeah.
It's got the same kind of goofy thing that never took off. You know.
Yeah, they were trying too hard.
Well, you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of like the swing comeback.
It's very islandy in its sound.
But nobody cared. Nobody wanted to hear that. So
yeah,
I mean,
what is that? There's a group out there right now doing that. They're doing all these covers of the famous songs, and they got their upright bass.
there's so many.
I don't know about that.
There's so many that I've done. I mean,
but yeah, it's like a rockabilly swing type thing that they're. And anything, I mean, every song that you could possibly think of, I wouldn't, they did Uptown Funk that way, and it's like, really?
Yeah. Well, it's like the Vitamin String Quartet, which I can't escape. They do.
Jay turned you on to that, right?
Yeah, he did.
For cocktail hours and stuff.
I use it a lot.
Yeah.
There's another one like Jukebox something. I don't remember what, but I don't like him as well.
That's it. Jukebox something. That's the one I was thinking of, and I'm like, no.
I don't. I'm not feeling that. People ask for it specifically, and I
they do. And those are songs, that I bought them and I played them once, and I'll never play them again.
Yeah, just wasn't feeling it.
Someone in the chat room says someone in the chat room said their hated song is "I Will Always Love You" by Whitney Houston.
I don't like the song, but it doesn't creep me out. I mean, but the truth is that "In the Bush" is not the song I hate. That's the one that just gives me a bad memory, and that's kind of where we were at. And you guys played off of it perfect.
There's a difference, yeah.
Song I hate. There are entire bands I hate that I just don't want to hear.
There's a genre I hate.
All right, let me guess, country, right?
And if you look in my little folder list here, partway down, there's a folder called Country Crap.
Country crap, and that's the folder you play out of, probably.
All of these here, honestly, I know came because there isn't a whole lot in there. They all came in that you guys both probably remember it, the promo only platinum series.
Mm-hmm.
These were all the ones I think that were in that, plus maybe one or two that I got maybe for a special wedding I had to do. But there isn't much in there. There's like John Denver's in there, Dolly Parton. Gosh, who else is
Oak Ridge Boys, probably.
Hank Williams Jr., Lee Greenwood, Dwight Yoakam, Garth Brooks, Sarah Evans.
Yeah.
So those are mine in there that I don't even care about.
Well, what I found is, I mean, because where I live I live in Milwaukee. We're not far from Chicago, so we're kind of more like a Chicago suburb, really. But everything that's not Milwaukee or Chicago, they vote very red. They're just, but they're very. They could live in the middle of nowhere and they'd be perfectly happy if they could make a living there. I mean, they're just down with that. They're those type of folks. They really like country. So a lot of the gigs that I get from my agency, which is out in the next county over, are out. I got to drive an hour to get to them. And every time that I get a client, if they say, "Oh, we really like country," I always say, you know what? Unfortunately, I'm probably the worst country DJ you could have gotten, but I'll do my best. But I realized this year that I'm actually a really good country DJ because I've done it so much. I know what they want, and it's like the same 20 songs. It's
always the same, yeah.
And they don't want the hit right now because you can't dance to the hit right now. They're looking for the danceable stuff, and when the danceable stuff happens, you know it. Country Girl, Shake It For Me.
They want the ones that they already know the line dance to.
Like the twerk version I just played.
Yeah.
Speaking of line dances, you guys ever heard of No Rampas Mas?
No.
No Rampas Mas. It's huge for the Mexican crowds. It's It's the Mexican version of Achy Breaky Heart.
Oh, now I know what you're talking
And you
about.
have to play it like
how do you
at every
spell it?
Mexican event or they'll riot.
How do you spell it?
And they do the no. It's like romp ass, ROMPASMAS, no rampas mas.
There it is.
I'll tell you, we had a great time at that reunion picnic. They had me play that because we had a Latino crowd there, and the gringos all went out. I went from behind the booth and got and tried to learn it too.
It's I mean,
You
had
sure
fun.
that's not a Spanish version of Achy Breaky Heart?
yes.
It was fun. It was a lot of fun. I mean, I didn't have to do it, but we just laughed and laughed and laughed. Yep.
This is now that song, Brian, that you said that makes my skin crawl. This is now that song.
No rampas mas.
We got you, MJ.
I embrace it because when I play it at these events, they go you can play it at any given time during the event, no matter what's going on, and the floor will fill.
Yep.
It'll fill
There's
up.
so many
and
versions on Deezer of this. They actually have it listed as line dance.
It's a line dance.
Yeah, so you can type it in as
96 degrees out, and everybody was dancing to this.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
no
here's-
rampas mas.
In the sun. They were dancing in the sun. I couldn't believe it.
That is the Mexican version of Whoop There It Is, or In the Club by 50 Cent. It's the Mexican version of that. They go crazy. It doesn't matter if you're 10 years old or you're 60. It's your song.
Wow. Here's to me never playing it.
Telling you, man. Everything is association, I feel. So there are songs that I don't like, but I hear them in a certain situation and I really like them. So if I'm playing No Rampas Mas at a Mexican event and there are a bunch of hot little Latinas out there dancing to it, I start to have nice feelings when I hear that song.
Mm-hmm.
But just sitting at home listening to it with no connection of any kind or point of reference, I would say, what the hell is this? I don't want to ever hear it again.
Mm-hmm. I enjoyed the community of it. I mean,
that's exactly.
It's a community of it. There was the young and the old, and the Latinos knew the dance. Us gringos didn't. But we were willing to try.
Right.
And they laughed at us and we laughed at ourselves, and it was just a great time.
Oh, it works that way.
But to listen to it for pleasure, no.
No, you don't.
That's why I say there's 99 point whatever percent of the stuff that I DJ, I don't even I would never listen to. This is no joke. Every Thursday is my day to download new music for the week. Look for new stuff that I've downloaded, and every time I'm looking at artists going, I've just put money in their pocket of an artist that I want to fail. I want to see them fail, and I'm putting money in their pocket. Drives me bananas.
I know, but what are you gonna do? I mean, it is what it is. It's we could talk about that for hours. Why it's that way, but I found that there are certain songs or things that are new that I do enjoy. I'm not hearing them on mainstream radio, but I enjoy them. But most of the time, what I'm doing is I'm going back and I'm listening to stuff that I missed the first time around. I'm having fun with that because, I mean, I'm sure you can all think of times in your life where you were really into this one thing, this one genre, this one sound, and you dismissed everything else. Mm-hmm. Now is that really cool time to go back and check out the stuff you dismissed, because compared to what they're playing now, it's cool.
Boy, you hit the nail on the head for me, Brian, because we talked about this before. I was doing the live punk rock scene because that was what was hot, and I was working every night, and I missed the whole disco thing.
Right.
So I had to go back, and I watched your shows, and I'm like, you know what? He's really got something there, but,
Oh, and I was, I don't know, one of the Beastie Boys, I don't remember which one, I saw an interview he did recently. He's doing the same thing. It's like, look, I'm almost 50 years old now. I'm not listening to new hip hop. I'm going back and listening to the stuff I missed when I was listening to hip hop.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm listening to all the synth pop and the rock and the funk that I wasn't listening to because I was so absorbed with hip hop.
Reggie in the chat room says that this is a kind. He said next thing MJ will be playing this song. We want the rock version. We'll play this version for Reggie. Alice Polka by Jimmy Sturr. That's for you, Reggie.
Tacos right now.
Jimmy Sturr or Jimmy Sturr?
Sturr.
Sturr.
Like right there.
There, yeah.
Wait, I can do a remix of that. Hold on.
They do, dude. You should just go to a Latin event. I shouldn't say Latin event. I say Mexican event, and I say that because it's specific to the region. If I played this stuff in my house, Blanca would smack me.
Here we go. Hold on. Okay, that kick isn't working. I gotta find another one. I was gonna do a live remix, but it's not going.
Well, you don't even need it because
you
you'll
gotta
do
have
entire
remixes.
remixes of that stuff, and just go
Drag
crazy.
me outside, please. I'd rather hear what's her name? I'm blanking on the girl's name. She just released an album.
Well, that doesn't even help because I have no idea what girl just released a new album. I pay no attention. Oh, God damn it! I know this one too. Is it Candy or?
No.
I can't think. She just put out an album that I guarantee that someone was a ghostwriter for because the lyrics she spits are really good. I don't like it. It's not my style, but you can tell there's a lot of talent there. So somebody had to write the songs for her.
Is her name Candy?
She's going by something else now. What is her new go by name?
What is it? That girl I'm thinking of, Candy?
Yeah.
Okay. I think she's still going by Candy.
Cash Me Outside girl? Is that the one you're
No.
Yeah,
no.
that's it.
No.
That's her. That's her.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, different girl.
Cash Me
Okay.
Outside. Yeah.
Danielle, and she is going by, what is her new name? Something Barbie?
Oh,
Yeah.
gosh. She's going to be a stripper in 2 years. You watch.
Dumbass.
Yep, she will.
Her new rap name is Bad Barbie. BHADBHABIE.
That sounds like
Bad
stripper.
Bobby.
It's a stripper name. Come on.
Yeah.
Her new song, it's filthy as could be. So we're okay to play filthy on this show or not?
I don't care.
We're
But
probably gonna-
lyrically, it's she throws down lyrically.
White horse, hi bitch, white horse, serve that ass like shit. Why you counting all that money that we got? I ain't worried about no basic bitches. All y'all look like still fly spirit. All y'all must not have looked in the mirror.
That's her new
If
stuff.
I'm not feeling it, am I in trouble?
No, I'm not. I'm hoping. I'm praying that no one ever asks me to play this.
The feeling I get out of this is just some white girl that's appropriating someone else's culture and cashing in on it.
Ooh, Howie, that was eloquent.
Well, I just don't go with the whole culture thing. It's now open to everybody. But what she's doing,
It's definitely a culture thing.
it's everybody now.
Yeah, well, they're trying too hard. You know, the funniest thing in the world is to go over to Germany right now and talk to the kids from Berlin or anybody from Berlin, and they think that they're these hip hop guys, and they're German. They barely speak English, and when you tell them something and they agree with you, they go, "Yeah, true that." It's ridiculous.
That's trying way too hard.
True that. Yeah, true that.
They sound like the Sprockets.
I'm not even kidding you.
Again, I'm okay with it.
And you have to try to keep a straight face because you don't want to insult anybody. Oh, yeah, hip hop is my life.
That's
true
the
that.
same. Okay, the feeling you have about that is the same feeling I have when a country artist comes to Pittsburgh, big city, and we got people who live in apartments and cul-de-sacs, walk to go to the concert in cowboy hats and boots. I mean, you work in an office and live in a cul-de-sac. You drive a minivan. Get the freaking cowboy hat off your head before I punch your mom for giving birth to you.
Yeah.
I couldn't agree more.
It's like, I know you on Tuesday. Tuesday you were downtown grinding on some girl to twerk music.
Yeah.
then Friday you're at some acoustic thing because of a girl. And I know you're going to this concert because of a girl.
I've done some crazy stuff because of girls too.
Yeah,
so
true.
Yeah.
True.
I get it.
True.
Back in the day, we had the big club in town, rock and roll on the weekends, and Wednesday night was country night, and you'd see the same guys dressed in their disco outfit on Fridays and Saturdays, and Wednesday they were wearing a cowboy hat and boots.
What was that movie? Oh, what was it called? Everybody Wants Some.
Urban Cowboy?
No, there's a movie recently. If you haven't seen it, watch it. Did you ever see Dazed and Confused?
Long time
Yes.
ago, yeah.
Yeah, same director. He's got a movie out now called Everybody Wants Some, and it's kind of the same sort of thing. And it's supposed to be the first 3 days of college. And the first night, they go to the disco, and they pick up all these girls, and they bring them home, and they have fun. And the next night, they go to the same disco, and it ain't happening. And then they get in a fight, and they get thrown out, so they don't know what to do. So they go back to the frat house, and they put on their cowboy hats and their boots, and they go to the honky-tonk. And they ride the bull, and they do Cotton Eye Joe, and they're picking up girls there. And then the next night, they end up at a punk rock party.
Oh.
And then the following night, they end up at a drama party where everybody's like dressed like Alice in Wonderland, and and characters, and all. They're just picking up girls, going to all these different parties, taking all these different personas on. It's what you're telling me reminds me of that movie. It's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. The other thing I hope doesn't catch is hip hop.
Wow, that's been around for a while.
I'm hoping it doesn't catch, though, is what I'm saying.
Didn't Kid Rock do that in the 90s?
Well, his was kind of southern. I think his was more southern rock, hip hop.
Southern metal.
Yeah,
It's
southern,
like weird.
Yeah, but hip hop is just straight up podunk.
I've heard
And
it.
I can say this because I grew up on a 200-acre cattle farm, so I can talk all the crap I want to talk on country stuff.
Dude,
all day
I'm
long.
Southern Indiana alumni.
Yeah.
Totally can say that kind of stuff.
Yeah, so I can talk.
Kid Rock referred to that part of his career as rap rock. And then he disavowed it afterwards when his son started doing it, and he told his son, rap rock is dead.
I did it. Now you can stop.
Yeah.
I thought it was funny when he went country. I thought that was hilarious.
Oh, good Lord.
But, whatever pays the bills, right?
Well, Steven Tyler did a country album, too. It's like,
Jessica Simpson.
Yeah.
Hootie and the
that makes
Blowfish.
sense. Well,
I to this
whatever.
day will not play Hootie and the Blowfish because of Darius Rucker's crossover. Now, I will play Taylor Swift because she left country. I'll play her. but Darius went the other way. He gets no more Hootie and the Blowfish. I'm done. Dunzo.
But you know what's funny? Is that when people ask for Wagon Wheel, where I live, kind of out in the sticks, what they really want is the Old Crow Medicine Show version, because white people do that one.
Yeah.
So just because of that, I play the Dietrich's version and make them dance to it. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't have this Old Crow Medicine Show. I only have the black guy, and you're going to have to listen to it. Goddamn rednecks.
See, that's what I'm starting to do with some of the urban stuff that I don't like. That I'm doing, like some of the new stuff. Let me grab my 2017 folder here. Let me think of one here that is in the Young, Dumb, and Broke. Is that a good remix? I don't think so. I'm trying to think some of the new stuff right now that I end up. I Spy. You know that one, right?
Mm-hmm.
You don't know I Spy? Crazy popular.
I ain't been getting high. Well, maybe a little, baby, I don't wanna lie. I know when you text me, girl, I don't always reply. Well, you're not an angel either.
This crazy. Any youth dance, you have to play it. So I said, I will play it, but I'll play the version I want to play.
I don't wanna lie. I know when you text me, girl, I don't always reply.
You get this one.
you know all this shade is coming.
Same with
What was it? I was at a well, I was doing Art's daughter's school's father-daughter dance. He's got 2 daughters there. And I think I did a pretty good job with the music selection, but some of the requests I got, I mean, I'm not even familiar with the songs, honestly. I don't listen to the radio. I don't give a shit until they ask for them. But I knew that I was at a Catholic elementary school, and they really wanted to hear a song called Fetish, and I wasn't going to play it even if it is by Selena Gomez.
Yeah.
Can't do it.
Okay, here's another one
Sorry.
for you that I play. I play a different version.
Got a girl from the south side, got plays in her hair. First time I seen her walk by, and I about fell by my chair. Had to get her number, it took me like 6 weeks.
You're right.
You guys know this one, right? It was like number 4 on the charts last week.
That's probably why I don't know it.
Yeah. But I play a very fast, upbeat version. It's basically a country song.
With the new music, though, I'm disappointed in a way because when I was, well, how old are you, MJ?
12 forever.
12 forever. Okay.
I'm
well,
old.
I can't.
I'm
I
old.
can't say
I'm older than John. So if you know how old John is, I'm older than John.
Okay. Well, I don't want to talk about something where you're like, "What are you talking about, old man?"
No, I'll be 50 next year.
Okay. Well, yeah, we're about the same age.
Yeah.
When I was young, geez, if you played a song the year I was born in 1971. I'm 46. So if you played a song the year I was born, anything, it doesn't matter what it is, and then you played me a song from 4 years later, even if I don't know the songs, I'll be able to tell you which one was from 71 and which one was from 75. No problem. Same thing if you played me a song from 1975 to 1979, I could tell you which one was recorded in 75 and which one was 79, regardless, as if I had heard them ever before in my life. I could tell you a song that was recorded in 1980, in 1985, and 1990. You play those songs for me again. But I couldn't tell you the difference between a song recorded in 2000 and yesterday.
All right, what year is this one?
Because it hasn't changed.
What year is this one then?
Well, we'll keep us together at 70. Boy, that was Neil Sedaka's thing. Was that 75?
Very good. When you did the 75, I brought up my 75 list.
What was it? I said.
What will keep us together, Captain and Tennille?
Yeah.
Is that 74?
75. He got it.
Written by Neil Sedaka. Well, I knew because it came out the same year Sedaka's Back came out. If you listen to the end of that song, she says, Sedaka's Back, promoting his album that was his comeback album. Because he had her, that guy got it bad. My sister used to sing it to me in Spanish because they learned that in Spanish class.
I do.
Yo so.
Well, we have been on here 2 hours, so we have fulfilled John's requirements for a show. I myself am going to wait another week before I come back on. I'm not coming back on tomorrow night with a 90s show, but in 2 weeks, Wednesday. 2 weeks, that would be what, the 11th. I do want to do a show on 90s like John did a few weeks ago. He did that show 1965, was it? Songs from 65 or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Was that what it was? And I kind of want to do the same thing. I want to do
either
stuff
that or the Huey Lewis anthology, one or the other.
Or we could just do a whole show one night of songs that were made famous because they were in movies. But
Brian's your man with that.
Yeah, I'm good at that.
So maybe we could do that because, like I said, we want to do a little bit of that. We'll probably do some mixing stuff, but I definitely want to do a 90s thing since I just did that 9 hours of 90s at that bar crawl. I DJ'd 9 hours of 90s music for a bar crawl 2 weeks ago. And then, like I said, I'm going to have my friend on, and that'll probably be the 18th, Wednesday the 18th, who he literally has gold records to his name and has produced music for everybody from Madonna to whatever you can make remixes. He gets hired by the record labels to do these remixes, and we're going to go through all the different genres of EDM because I had someone ask me a long question about how can I tell the different genres of EDM apart.
Chris Cox?
Huh?
You have a Chris Cox on?
No. DJ Strobe.
Oh, okay.
Eric Cohen. But he's done so much stuff. He's worked with him, though.
Yeah, Chris is a nice guy.
Yeah, but we're going to go through all the different types of EDM music. That'll probably be the 18th. So I will not be doing the 90s show like I told everyone last night. Tomorrow night, we'll be doing it probably on the 11th. Mainly because I want to get John back and have him hook everything up right instead of us fumbling around like this.
Yeah. Well, next time I come on and I got this right, I want to do more of a radio style broadcast. I'm just gonna play songs. It's gonna be like a radio station where you just have to stare at my face.
We can do that.
Or something.
We can do that.
That's what I'll be doing until they tell me to stop.
So cool. So everybody in the chat room, thank you guys for hanging out. Keep an eye out on the Disc Jockey News Facebook page and stuff for when we will be doing these. Brian will definitely be back. I'll be back. Howie will be back, and probably some other people too. We're going to try to even get Shaney on one night to do mixes. What is that?
I didn't know where you guys were.
Oh, you're pointing at us. All right.
Why? Yeah, but I don't know where you are because I know where I am.
I think in the broadcast you're below us, so you would go like this to us. There you go.
Giving you the finger.
The finger.
Poke.
All right, so how do I end the show here?
I don't know.
All right, so guys, take care. Brian and Howie, you can stay on. I'm just going to end the show here. If I can figure out how to end the show. I can stop